Hello and welcome to Camp Xbox. It's time again to go through an official Xbox demo disc. We have made it to a full year of the magazine with the 12th disc from November 2002. Today I will break down all of the elements of this demo disc and show it all off. Be sure to watch the other entries in this series if you haven't already after this one. All footage was captured off of an original Xbox, and I want to thank my YouTube channel members for their support. It's a huge disc, so let's hop right into this one. First, let's go through the features section. The first piece we get is an interview with Splinter Cell producer Matthew Furland. This game would come out the same month as the disc and would be highly praised. Here he goes over the tiny and realistic details that make this game a classic.
My name is Mathieu Ferland. I'm producer of Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell. I'm responsible of the budget, I'm responsible of the deadlines of the product, and of course I'm responsible of the quality and the general content of the title. There's currently 45 people in the team. Depending on the stage of development, there was between maybe 20 and 55 people working on the team. The development of Splinter Cell started about 2 years ago, much before the starting of the development of the title. A lot of ideas were just running around, and we had a lot of thoughts in our mind about that. We wanted to create a new hero for our company. We've been inspired by a lot of movie, a lot of realism. So we wanted to create this character that does a lot of athletic moves and uses high-tech gadgets. We wanted the game to be highly interactive with the environment, so we wanted a lot of things to be breakable or interactable. So this was the key elements of where it all started. Sam Fisher is a solo operative acting and operating on the field. This group doesn't care about international treaties or political agreement. You're just gonna do what the government asks to do in terms of investigation, in terms of finding information, critical information that could be a menace to the country. Of course, Sam has to get the bad guys, has to infiltrate, find critical information to solve the plot, and of course to neutralize the bad guys. If he fails, then automatically the US government will deny his involvement and it will deny even the existence of this guy. So Sam Fisher would be in deep trouble. And this aspect brings a lot of tension in the game, and through all the mission you know that you can fail because you won't be welcome anymore in your own country. There's a lot of gadgets in the game because we didn't want it to focus on weapons because as it is, unlike other Clancy games where it's all about weapons and firearms, with Splinter Cell it's more about stealth rules, stealth moves, and you need to know where you need to go, you need to know to inspect the area. So you gotta use a lot of gadgets to do that. One of the gadgets I like a lot is what we call the sticky camera. It is quite innovative in video games as well. It allows Sam to throw a little camera in the launcher of his F2000. Using the sticky cam, he'll be able to define what are the location of the bad guys, what is the level of luminosity, where are the lights, because Sam needs to interact a lot with the lights as well. So the sticky cam is really a very nice gadget. The snake camera, which is also called an optical cable camera, that allows Sam Fisher to see under most of the doors in the games. He can have a chance to look what's behind the door and check if it's safe. I really like also the way we've implemented our heat vision goggle. This is a very nice gadget that it is very powerful actually, because it allows Sam to see through walls, so he can see the enemy behind some walls. He can see any heat signature behind walls. So we wanted our main character to be able to switch on or off some lights, or to shoot light bulbs, to be able to change his environment and create his own path through it. So this was one of our goal, and this is one of the features we're really proud of. The rendering we used to create this specific style, we've implemented a filter in the 3D render to make Splinter Cell unique. We also developed a physics system on soft bodies that allows any soft bodies like flags, like spider web, like curtains to move while there's wind, or while you're shooting on it, or while you're just passing by. When we started the development of Splinter Cell, we had a very good idea of what we wanted it to be in terms of graphics, and the Xbox allowed us to go even further than what we expected in the beginning. With Splinter Cell, we've been to maybe not the limit of the Xbox, but it shows what the second generation of games can do on Xbox, and I think it's a very good sign for the future and for upcoming titles as well.
Next is a quick look at House of the Dead 3, which came out in October. These are just some clips with a beat over it. They don't have any sound effects either. It's exactly as it says, a quick look. I don't know if it sold anyone new, but I'm sure series fans like myself would have been interested. We have another quick look at NBA 2K3, the Sega basketball game that came out in October. This one has a beat, but luckily, we get some sound effects. It's simple, but I do think it's a great looking game for the time. I'm always interested in Sega sports games, so I might have to check this one out soon. Next is another quick look at NFL Fever 2003. This had already been out for a few months, but this is a football-centered demo disc, so you know they had to throw the Xbox exclusive brand in here. NFL Fever is one of my favorite football franchises, so I'm always happy to see it in one of these discs. It's more clips to music, and it looks fun. The final quick look is for Panzer Dragoon Orta from Sega. This would come out in 2003 in North America. Here we get the incredible music from the game that matches the visuals. What a fantastic looking game. It shows off all the weird locales and creatures that make this game so intriguing. This one had to have excited Sega fans. It's not an OXM disc without a top 10 plays of the month. Here we see a considerable upgrade. There's a nice new overlay, segment names, and various games. The plays here are a bit more impressive than they have been. It was fun to go through this and get to see some actually fun and different game segments. Hopefully, this is a good sign of where this segment is going. Moving into the extra content section, we have the video game adaptation of the TV show James Cameron's Dark Angel. It would be out the next year, and this is a very brief trailer. I know nothing about this show or the game, but it is a nice cinematic trailer.
The pulse brought the nation to its knees. In the fear and weakness that followed, the military began aggressively researching new types of weapons. Weapons that would forever change humanity. I was one of those weapons. Created in a lab, raised as a soldier. Fearless and lethal. I and others like me escaped our prison, and so I live in this post-pulse world. A woman and a warrior. Trying to understand who I am. And how I can belong.
Next is a trailer for Dead or Alive Xtreme Beach Volleyball, which would be released in a few months. It's a great trailer selling precisely what it is, a volleyball game with sex appeal. If you're into this, I'm sure this one spoke to you. Honestly, it does look incredible with some of the best graphics on the console. It also features a cute song that makes it fun. It's Mage's How Crazy Are You? Unfortunately, I can't play that song here, and I replaced it with my own, but I'd recommend looking up that song and pairing it with this trailer, because it is a nice, pleasant track. I'm sure this next one blew people's minds, Ninja Gaiden. It's still a ways off, coming out in 2004, but it sells what it would be about here: hardcore action and free-flowing combat. It's a great trailer with excellent graphics and a cinematic editing style. I like that it has cinematic qualities, but still feels true to the gameplay instead of just cutscenes. This is a great one. Next is a trailer for Seablade, an Xbox exclusive that would come out the following month. I'm not a massive fan of this game personally, but the trailer is fun. I like the music a lot and the combat looks good. I know it's an odd tangent, but I really love the Simon & Schuster intro here. It has this delightful retro feel to it. Here's a trailer for the Xbox exclusive Superman game, Superman the Man of Steel. and it would come out the following month. For any superhero fan who really wanted a good Superman game, I'm sure this one excited. This sells the comic book series feeling well, and even includes a quote from OXM calling it the best superhero game ever. I will say, I don't agree with this, but this ad does sell it well. Here is an ad for The Thing, the video game adaptation. This game had already been out since August, but I'm sure it sold some people here. I love this trailer. It's cinematic and sells that horror angle well. It's extremely dark and gory, and if you were a horror fan or just a John Carpenter fan, you must have been excited.
I'm gonna hide this tape when I'm finished. If none of us make it, at least there'll be some kind of a record. The storm's been hitting us pretty hard now. We still have nothing to go on. One other thing. I think it rips through your clothes when it takes you over. We're all very tired. There's nothing else I can do. Just wait. R.J. McCready, helicopter pilot, U.S. Outpost North 31.
Blake, you should have a look at this.
What the hell?
What have you got?
One body. No survivors. What we're dealing with isn't human, but it's taken human form.
Stay the hell away from me, I'm warning you.
This is crazy.
You're infected just like the rest. I've seen firsthand what this infection is capable of.
Oh, you have no idea what it can do.
If you want a job done right, you gotta do it yourself.
You're out of your league here, Blake.
Rated M for mature. Game over, Whitley.
This game is just beginning.
Next is an ad for the Xbox exclusive Whacked featuring the character Lucy. I talked about sex appeal with games earlier, and just wait till you get a load of this one. It's really pushing it, and it is definitely a product of the early 2000s.
Next!
Oh, hello there, Mr. Producer. I'll be just a minute here.
Okay.
Let's see. Target market, mostly male, 18 to 24 years old. Interests, senseless violence, high-tech weaponry, pain, humiliation. Hey, maybe this'll do the trick. Too boyish. And definitely not compatible
honey,
with my highlights.
Are you planning on coming out here anytime soon?
Almost ready, sweetie. The good old days. But not quite provocative enough.
I see where you're going with this, gorgeous, and I got 3 words of advice for you. Less is more.
Bingo. I know exactly what you mean. Ooh, this one never fails. Ready or not, here I come.
Oh, baby, now you're talking my language. You might have gone a little too far.
Oh, too far? Baby, You ain't seen nothing yet. Mwah.
Now that is what I call naked ambition. It's a wrap for today!
Next is the Football Frenzy section, which consists of 3 demos of football games. The first is Madden 2003, which was released in September. To be honest, all of these football games play fine, and this is a decent one. It plays very well with great passes and throws. This might be my favorite simulation playing game of the bunch, but the demo is insanely short, so it was hard to gauge. I do, however, like that they included the drill mode in this demo, which consists of football minigames, and I had fun running around those. Next is a demo for NFL Blitz 2003, which came out in August. This is the most arcadey version of football here. This one is fast and really solid playing. I love arcade sensibilities in sports games, and Midway always did that best. It's the worst looking of the 3, but it isn't trying for realism. It wants you to play as quickly as possible, and you run around and pass the ball. I love how snappy the gameplay is, and it's the most fun of the bunch.
Heating up. Move! Move! And he's going the other way. And the defense gets it back.
The final football game of the group is NFL Fever 2003, which was released in August. This is the best looking of the 3, with some excellent colors that pop, and all of the character animations are excellent. The look of the crowd is also full as well. As far as gameplay goes, this one's fun. Just from a quick play, it felt similar to Madden to me, but once again, these are fast demos, so it's only a simple look. Passing and running feel solid, and I had some fun with this demo.
They'll use 4 receivers. Throws, and caught. Touchdown Rams. The score now is...
Next is the video verdict, which gives a condensed version of the magazine's reviews. We only get 2 new additions this month, Dead to Rights and Splashdown, and let me tell you what each one says. Dead to Rights got an 8.5. Graphics, very nice, but Xbox is capable of more. Immersion. The story keeps things moving and engrosses the player with tons of different tasks. Sound. There's a neck crack sound effect early on that sent a cringe into the stomachs of everyone in the room at the time. Design. Variety is the key to fun in every part of this game. Good. Effective, well-told story. Shadow's dog attacks come in handy at just the right time. It's impossible to get bored with this many different things to do. Bad. Lock-on doesn't work perfectly. Camera issues pop up occasionally. Perplexing. Why can't the stripper be a little less awkward? Frank turned the game off halfway through that segment out of disgust. Splashdown got an 8.6. Graphics. Wonderful waves, amazingly accurate natural lighting, and decent animation, but backdrop straight from the PS2. Immersion. Expert lighting, water visuals, and cool physics will have you diving straight in for the long run. Sound. Awful voiceovers and insipid music in the vein of every other extreme sports racer. Use your own tunes instead. Design. Well-balanced difficulty, only occasionally frustrating, but always surprisingly fun. Good. 22 tracks. Split-screen racing. Bad. Horrible voiceovers, can get repetitive. Perplexing. Interface equals weird. Today's final section is for demos. We get 2 new ones here. We have a third one, but Time Splitters is a repeat demo showing up for the 3rd time here, so be sure to go back a few episodes to see full coverage of that one. First up is Aggressive Inline, which came out in August. This is a Tony Hawk-styled game replacing skateboards with roller skates. This demo gives you the tutorial as well as the movie lot level. I really enjoy this game and I think it's a fun take on the Tony Hawk style. Movement is fast and pulling off tricks is easy and arcadey. I like how it places you in the level and just allows you to explore. It looks solid with some good music, and this small demo gives you exactly what the gameplay was like, and I'm sure it sold some people. The other demo is Sega GT 2002, the Xbox exclusive racing game that had just come out in September. It's a good looking racing game and it really shows it off, allowing you to drive in one of its best looking city tracks. Here you get 2 cars that you get to race in 1 lap in, and that is fine for a demo like this. You get a feel for the handling and the look, and you'll know if this is a racing game for you by the end of it. It has tougher handling and a realistic feel that will appeal to hardcore simulation racing fans. It's fun though, and it was packed in with Jet Set Radio Future and Xbox bundles, and I know people really love this one. A funny note about this demo is that it shows the single player mode, but locks all of the menus, which is interesting, but otherwise this demo is pretty simple. That is it for today's demo disc. It was filled to the brim with content, and I think overall, this was a good one. Not a ton of demos, but there is a lot of fun stuff here. And I do like that it allowed you to test and see each football game of the time, so you could figure out what was your preferred choice of the bunch. The star of this disc though was definitely Ninja Gaiden. But that does wrap it up for today. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, comment below with your favorite segment, subscribe to keep up with the retro Xbox content, and I want to give a huge shout out to my YouTube channel members. Thank you so much for your support, and I'll see you here next time at Camp Xbox.